Getting in front of a camera to talk to your audience is going to revolutionize anything you're trying to build online. The problem is that a lot of people are afraid, not necessarily afraid, there's just a lot of things that go into putting yourself in front of a camera. You know, people are self-conscious, low self-esteem, maybe they are afraid, maybe they're just shy in general as a person. So in this video, I really want to break down why you need to be on video, or not necessarily that you need to, but why you should, and how you're going to start doing it if you are one of those people who is shy or does have a low self-esteem. Now, like I said, that you don't necessarily need to put yourself in front of a camera to speak to an audience, because there are so many people out there that, you know, don't necessarily need to put themselves out like that and they're still making progress. But I like to think of it like this: if you want to see your abdominals, you don't need to do a single crunch or a single sit-up to make that happen. You can just change your diet and reduce your body fat, and by default you've got abdominal muscles. But if you do put in that extra work, if you do those sit-ups, you do those crunches, it's going to be a lot more impressive. So one of the great things about making videos is, look, I've stopped this video 3 or 4 times where I've just paused and I've had a little think about what I'm going to say next because I've lost my track. But the beauty of this shit is that if you do make that mistake, if you do fumble a word, if you do stutter, if you do make a mistake, all you've got to do is cut it out. Get some editing software, put your vlog into the software and chop out the gaps, chop out the mistakes and fit all the good parts together. If you're worried about how other people are going to receive this, like they might think, say for example, you were making videos like me where I say, try this, you should do this, that's a bad idea, that's a good idea. Of course, there's a whole bunch of people probably right now watching this video going, damn mother, I hate this motherfucker, who does he think he is? What am I supposed to do about that? Right? What are you supposed to do that if you're in my shoes in front of the camera? There's some people in this world that are always going to hate you, always going to dislike you, no matter what you do. That's just their disposition. It's more them than you, trust me. And the thing is, if you do know your shit, and you really are on point with the knowledge you're giving, you really, like, this is experience that I'm talking to you with, this isn't like some crazy idea I had, this is stuff that I've tried out and for me it works, so I know if it works for me, at least one person out there watching this video is going to work for. That's what makes me feel qualified enough to make this video. Now if you're talking on stuff you're not going out there and you're not doing, then yeah, feel bad about that shit, maybe you should not do that. But if you're really about this shit and you really know some shit and you know you can really help people, fuck anyone who doesn't like that. Put yourself in front of the camera, talk to people, the right people will appreciate it, the right people will come around. For the people who feel like they wouldn't know what they need to talk about or what they should talk about, you have a story, you are a living story. Your whole life you've been out there in the world doing things, you didn't pick anything up, you didn't have any funny stories, some interesting stories, some scary stories, some ideas, some knowledge, some experience. You haven't had these things happen in your life. Like, the beauty of this stuff is you can just take something in your life and use it as a metaphor for something else to inspire people, or just the story as itself without it being a metaphor to inspire people. These events and these things happen in your life every day, and the more you share that with your audience, the more they're going to see that they're just like you or you're just like them. And the more you can humanize yourself to people past the point that you're not just someone typing and hyping, the more connected that audience is going to feel with you. And that's why getting on video and talking to an audience is so beneficial. And another thing about videos, if you're using YouTube as well and you've got a blog and you're putting your videos on your blog too, is that people are going to find you off the strength of what you name these videos. On social media, you can hype your type, you can put out some dope stuff, you can put out some knowledge, you can put out some funny stuff, but in a few days that's going to disappear from the newsfeed, and people are only going to find it if they go back through your page. And 9 times out of 10, we're only looking at stuff on the newsfeed, right? The only time people will go back through your timeline is if they're a super fan and they're just trying to catch up, or they're a stalker. P.S. I know that fake account's you, bitch. But yeah, I'm getting sales now of videos I made 3 years ago, vlogs I made 3 years ago, just talking in front of the camera. You know, people are looking for things and they're typing things in and they're randomly finding your videos and your blog posts, and on your videos and your blog posts, links in the description, and even you talking in the video is telling people where they can buy stuff from you, where they can learn stuff from you, where your website is, where your other social media is. Let's not do the chasing around all the time. If we make this content is going to be stuff that they find themselves, and we no longer have to put the pressure on everybody, check me out, and put ourselves off as desperate and clingy and all that lame shit. Like, I'll tell you straight, this year so far, this 8 months that we've been in this year, I've made more money than any other whole year in my life. That's even going back to when I had a full-time job, a nicely paying job. I make more money for myself through making this content, through making these videos, than I ever did in any other year. And being able to get in front of a camera and talk to people is going to accelerate your business like that. Like, I know for a fact that the Politician's brand has been blowing up ever since he's got in front of a video, started talking to you guys. Brandon Carl, I know for a fact that he sold more of his books because he's out there on video and talking to people. Rayshard Beats, I know he's selling more beats because he's getting on video and talking to people. There's no denying that when you look at the people who are actually getting somewhere on social media, 9 times out of 10 they're going to be on camera speaking to you. You need to start showing people, because look, there's so many people out here that claim they're this and it's harder to lie to a camera, it's harder to sit in front of a camera and not have your eyes shift all over the place when you're talking some shit. With the status, that's easy. I can type anything I want in a status, I can make you believe anything I want. But if I can't look you in the camera and tell you something for real, and you see a little sign like an eye shift or something, it's deep, right? It's psychology, but a lot of these people don't even know that they're noticing these things when they watch these videos. But what I'm saying is you humanize yourself some more, so people can relate to you by putting yourself on video and making content for people. And not to mention that it's fun. If you're coming up with creative content, cool metaphors that you can turn into concepts, like that video I did the other day with the screwdriver. You know, there's people making funny content, just all kinds of content. You need to be a content creator, and making videos is one of the best ways you can start doing that. So I hope this video helped. Hope you can overcome any barriers you're facing in actually getting in front of a camera and doing this shit. Like, put some money into this. I think one of the best investments you can make online if you're trying to build something is getting yourself a nice camera. This camera cost me around $400, $500. I got some kit to go with it. There was like another 100, and then I've got another lens which was like another 150. So if we say 500, 600, $750, I got a nice little setup with this good quality. You don't have to spend that much, but I'm just giving you a ballpark sum for what I spent. Get on the video, man. I'm telling you, that's just going to elevate everything you do. Hopefully this breaks down those barriers like I was saying, and you can put yourself out there, start building one-on-one with your audience, because they feel like it's one-on-one. A status can be for anyone, but they're watching you talk to them when you're on video. But anyway, if this video did help, please do share it if you did like it or you had more. If you wanted to know more, if you had any more questions or you want some more tips, drop a comment below, ask some questions, man. I'm always open to answer those for you. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, don't get mad, get motivated.